What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I want to talk about dating again after narcissistic abuse. But before I really get into the video, I just want to say before even considering dating again or relationships, a person should ask themselves, have I really even given myself time to heal? Because a lot of times people don't really think about that. They just think about the ideal of being with someone with genuine interest in them. And even though you did get a bad deal with a narcissist, that does not mean you should move on so fast, because being in a toxic relationship with a narcissist can really take a toll on a person's mental state of mind. And even after you remove yourself from that toxic relationship, the only thing you should really just be focusing on is self-care. You should just be focusing on yourself. Getting over someone is difficult, but getting over a narcissist is even harder, because the person was the total opposite of what they pretended to be. And you have to think about it. You shared so much of your life with them, until all you start to think about is how much they betrayed you and they hurt you. Not to mention what narcissists do most of the times after the breakup, which is one of the most used tactics, and that's to destroy you and to smear you and even hurt you financially. Those things you have to keep in mind, that I don't want to get myself up so easily and just be so available to the point where I end up right back in that type of relationship with someone. So, that's just more of a reason for you to focus on yourself going forward for the healing process. Take some time, like all the time you need to focus on self. And in the meantime, people are going to come through. But, everyone who crosses your path shouldn't get an easy invitation into your life. Before getting acquainted with someone new, make sure that you have a sense of self and live by that, because the moment you become too available, chances are you just might find yourself in another toxic situation. It might not be necessarily a relationship, but just toxic people in general. You don't have room for those type of people in your life. That's why it's important to be careful moving forward. Don't move so fast. Don't feel like you necessarily have to be in a relationship. Be in a relationship with yourself. Get to know yourself again. Get back to that old you, the person who you were before, the narcissist came into your life, because the narcissists have a way of really changing who you are. They really did a job on you. And, that's why we have to be careful who we let into our lives. Also, don't be so open about everything so early on when you're getting acquainted with someone. They don't need to know everything about you during the first conversations. A narcissist, they will pretend like they're interested in you. And a lot of times you can confuse that with them really being into you, when they're really into getting the information from you. They're into sucking all of the information they can get out of you. And trust me, once you start to tell them every single thing about just too much about you, they'll never forget it. They will never forget it, because come mad day, they're going to throw it back in your face. Even when they're not mad, they're going to throw it in your face sarcastically just to hurt you. And you'll be thinking like, where'd that come from? Why? They do things like that. They are very cruel individuals. So narcissists, they always come off as good people. And normally that happens during the love bombing stage. That's why we have to be sure not to be fooled again by moving so fast. And, you'll know if someone doesn't have bad intentions by the genuine interest they have in you. They're not going to sit there and just constantly talk about themselves and throw so many problems on you and, be okay with the baggage they bring along. Like I did a video last week. It's okay to turn people away. It's okay to turn off for a while. It's okay to not be available for everyone. You don't have to sit there and be the narcissist therapist. You don't have to sit there and be their garbage can and, in their dump site and just let them put so much on you early on. It's draining. It's very draining. They will suck everything out of you the first moments in the conversation. But if you allow them to do so, the more you give a narcissist, the more you offer a narcissist, the more they're going to take. You give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. You just can't, be so easy with yourself with people these days because you really can't trust who you are letting into your life. And a person who come off as self-centered and egotistical is someone you shouldn't even want to be involved with in the first place. Because you don't owe them anything, and you definitely shouldn't be so quick to give people the benefit of the doubt. Just being the person who you are. People sometimes feel like, well, maybe I shouldn't be so hard on them. I gotta give them you don't have to give anyone a chance. If a person, show you who they are, the first time, believe them. And you should spend just think about that before you really, consider getting acquainted with someone else, as far as, going into another relationship too. Because you spend enough of your life with a narcissist and pleasing them and putting your feelings aside to make sure that they are happy. Now it's time to focus on you and find your happiness again within yourself. You owe it all to yourself. And if you're happy and content with who you are as a person and everything is working out for you, you start to feel like the weight's been lifted off your shoulder. Enjoy that. Enjoy those moments. Again, you owe it to yourself. Because with the narcissist, after the relationship, it's going to be hurt and anger. And that anger is going to be like you just feel kind of betrayed. You feel like, you feel like you've been beaten. You feel like someone stole from you. And they did. But you can't replace that. So that's why you must focus on yourself for the healing process going forward. Just don't move too fast getting to know new people. It's okay to take it slow going forward. So if y'all have any questions or any comments, leave them down below. Thank y'all for watching, and I will talk to you soon.